Where do we start when we want to build our own food storage? Let's jot a few things down that we know we'll use in bulk. Think of some of your recipes. I've got my tried and trues. What do you use the most? You would not believe how much mayonnaise, ketchup, ranch, maple syrup, how many condiments that this house goes through. So those are some of the things that I like to stock up on. I have not done a grocery haul, a really good grocery shop in over a month. My pantries are getting low, my fridge is empty, so we've got some serious shopping to do. A really great way that I found to cut down on our grocery budget is to only shop every other week. When my husband gets paid, I'll sit down, I'll write out 2 weeks worth of meals, and I won't shop outside of those 2 weeks. Okay, if I need something, I'll send my husband because he's really good with money. If I go to Meijer for some milk, let's say, I'm coming out with $90 more worth of groceries. Am I the only one? I could spend $250 to $300 a week at the grocery store. Now, shopping every other week, I spend about $350. That's my budget. I'm saving $300 to $400 a month by only shopping 2 times. Another really good way to cut down on your bill, let's say you eat a lot of rice. Don't go to Meijer and buy the $8 bag of rice this big when you can go to Costco and buy a 25-pound bag for less than 20 bucks. This is the way to really cut down on your bills. Not just cut down on your bill, your food bill, but also build to your storage. That's the first thing that we were talking about. We want to build up our storage while saving money, right? You can do that with rice, you can do that with pasta, you can do that with oats, you can do that with sugar, all your different flours. There's so much that you can buy in bulk and just use through the year. Who says you have to use a 25-pound bag of rice in a month? You don't. You buy that rice and you just use it throughout the year. If you want to save it, then we're going to get into Mylar bags and all that, but that's a different video. Anyway, we want to do that with everything. Flour. Don't buy that little tiny 5-pound bag of flour. Buy that great big 30-pound bag of flour and use the food storage with the gamma lids. When you go into your grocery store, stop by the bakery. Ask them if they have any of the food grade 5-gallon buckets. I know when I go, sometimes I'll see them sitting off by the side. I'm going to have to clean that frosting out of there, but it's a free food grade bucket, 5-gallon, and the gamma lids will fit on them. So I don't know if you've heard about this, but all over YouTube, Instagram, there's something called the No Spend Pantry Challenge. I have a friend on Facebook that does it, and also Jessica over at 3 Rivers Homestead. Don't mind my dogs. You're using up all of the food that you have from the previous year, your preserved foods, you're cleaning out your freezers. The only thing that I have a trouble with that challenge is I don't want to deplete my storage. I'm not going to use 3 months worth of food, not spend any money, and then my shelves are going to be empty. Don't forget what happened 3 years ago. So I'm just going to put a little bit of a twist on this. I'm going to call it use up all of the older food while keep adding to my storage. That way I'm not depleting anything, but I'm using up things. Like I've got cans that need to be used this year. So I've been searching through my pantries. I've got one small one upstairs with like bulk baking flours. This is my working pantry, and then I have food storage in the basement that I'll show you. So I've been looking through everything. I'm going to rotate some things, bring some older things in front, and add to what we need to buy. Listen, hear me. Do not buy things that you won't eat. Please don't make the mistake that I've made. Maybe you've already made this mistake. If you do not like Spam and you think, oh, Spam, that'll last a long time, the 5 years are going to go by, however long it will last on your shelf, and you're going to have Spam, and you're going to look at that thing, and you have 2 choices. Well, 3 really. Give it away, eat it, or throw it away. You don't want to throw money away. Because I can guarantee you, if my mom or my neighbor, Deb, comes over to me and says, here, I have some Spam that's going to expire. Do you want it? I don't eat that stuff. But I'm not knocking you if you do. I've got cans of yams and potatoes in cans downstairs that I have to use. What in the world am I gonna do with a case of canned potatoes? I'm not talking about canned potatoes for my garden. I'm talking about little cans that I thought, ooh, this is a good idea. Let me put potatoes. Well, guess what? They're gonna expire. So I gotta use up a whole case of potatoes. But just because this can says I have to use it by October of this year, it doesn't mean it's bad. They have to put a date on these cans, but this can is probably going to be good for another 2 to 4 years. But milk and tomato products, I wouldn't use past 6 months past their expiration date. Those are a little bit different, but if it's a can of beans, it expires in 23, I would still eat it in 24 or 25. Okay, I searched my pantries, made my list, and so now it's time to go shopping.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Okay, we're back. I don't want to bore you with everything that I got. I'm not going to go through every single thing. I'm going to start with my Costco haul. These are some of our favorites. One of my favorite things to buy are these grass-fed patties. You get 15 of them for $25. I know that seems a lot, but for us, that's 3 meals. My boys, they love waffles. I always buy a great big box of waffles. We go through a lot of peanut butter around here. And I have chickens, so it's important to me to buy the organic chicken. It is a lot more money, but we only eat chicken once a week, so this will last for 2 weeks. Kirkland has great grass-fed butter, and butter freezes really, really well. I always buy the big tub of sour cream and cream cheese, and I always get a big bag of onion and potatoes because we will go through them. So I don't really know how much toilet paper is right now. I know everything has gone up, but I bought 30 rolls of the Costco Kirkland brand for like 20 bucks. So that did add to the grocery bill this week. Put everything away from Costco. Here's our Aldi haul. Aldi is really great for a lot of things. They're really great with their storage bags, the freezer. Great, really great price. You can't beat the price of their cereal. I usually buy 6 to 8 boxes. It'll last the boys a couple weeks. These are a really great deal, these tenderloins. I can put 2 of these in a crock pot for a meal. They're less than $5. I usually buy my mayos there, my sauces. Alex loves their ranch. Hunter is into almond milk. Really, really awesome deal on the organic pasta sauce. And their chocolate. This chocolate right here, if you look this up on Amazon, it's really, really expensive. This is a German chocolate, and it is absolutely delicious. To go along with the tortilla chips I bought a couple different kinds of salsa, and they have a great deal on the guacamole singles. I like to buy them in singles because they seem to brown on us. So that's our Aldi haul. It's really weird. I grow zucchini, and I was really craving some fresh zucchini. I have some out in the freezer, but it doesn't taste the same as when you saute it up for a stir fry. So I cannot wait for the summer. This is my Meijer small haul. This is just the stuff that I can't get at Aldi or Costco. So I like to keep stock of water chestnuts. We do a lot of stir fries, and do not like Aldi or Costco lunch meat, so I get it from Meijer. I'm making the white chicken enchiladas, so I need the Monterey Jack. Bananas are such a cheap food. Do you agree? I went over budget, and this is why I went over budget. I'm going to go over my receipt in a second, but these natives, if you use native, you know these are $11 to $13 a piece. They had these on clearance for $6.74. I had to get them because Mike and I use these, and that'll last us for 3 or 4 months. Now that all adds up to $417.21. My budget is $350, but if you subtract the extra stuff I bought because of the good sales, it brings me down to $363.31. Also, this is all the stuff that we get to add to our pantry storage. So if I went and I subtracted all of this from the grocery bill, we would be much, much lower. I mean, I'm not going to have to buy peanut butter, mayonnaise, ranch, salsa, water chestnuts, any of this stuff for a while now because it's going to go up here on our pantry shelf. Hey guys, so I'm going through this video and I realize I didn't do an outro. It's what creators call it's the ending of the video where I say, "Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope to see you again." Anyway, hey, I hope you liked the video. I'm not quite finished with it yet. Um I've been enjoying creating content. It's been a lot of fun for me. It's a hobby. It's a fun hobby. Um I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you next time.